Hey art snackers, welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, my name is Roxanne, also known as By Bun, and I'm a mixed media artist and illustrator. So ArtSnacks really got my attention when they teased on Instagram that the May box was all about mixed media. I mean, hello, that is right up my alley. And boy, they were not kidding when you see what's in this month's box. Get ready for some mixed media mayhem, folks. Mixed media mayhem. Get it? Mayhem. It's May, month of May. Mixed media May. Okay. Because this is the ArtSnacks box breakdown. Welcome back to another box breakdown, the monthly video series where we take a closer look at some of the supplies and techniques found in the latest ArtSnacks box. And yes, let's just get this out of the way now. I am behind yet another new background, but that is because I just recently moved, so this is the fresh new look happening. I'm just full of surprises, aren't I? Just wait until next month. So because the May box was really leaning towards the mixed media side of things, I decided to create an abstract art journal spread using this month's supplies. Let's get started, shall we? To get things going, I'm going to collage some paper and scraps into a sketchbook that can handle a lot of media. Among this pile of ephemera is some toned paper from this month's box, which I'll get to in just a moment, some found paper, magazine bits, old plane tickets, and this super cool vintage photograph, which, by the way, happened to be taken in May of 1925. Crazy. So as I'm starting to arrange things together, let's talk about that toned paper you see there, which is our bonus item this month. This is the Stillman & Byrne Nova Trio Mixed Media Paper Sample Pack. In it features 3 different tones, beige, gray, and black. They're all 150 GSM medium grain paper, so with its enhanced wet strength, it'll work great for mixed media. So if you dig this paper, you can actually buy it as a sketchbook from the ArtSnacks shop that features full-size sheets and all 3 tones. Having all 3 in one sketchbook could definitely be fun to experiment with, but I'll be using these smaller samples as additional ephemera in my journal spread. You'll also see me utilize this paper a few different ways as my journal spread comes together. What I'm doing now is just collaging things into my sketchbook and allowing that photograph to become my focal point. Once things are arranged, I'll start gluing some of the elements down. With a few pieces down and some planning done, what I'm going to do now is put the toned paper and photograph off to the side because what I want to do now is build up a background. For this, I'm grabbing our next item, the Faber-Castell Gelatos. These are super creamy and compact pigment sticks that work on a whole slew of surfaces. Infused with brilliant color, you can use them dry or with water. They twist up from the bottom to reveal more product, and I snagged a bubblegum pink and snow cone blue in my box. So there's a lot of different techniques out there on how to use these, like probably too many to even put in this video. But you'll see me utilize these quite a bit and in a lot of different ways as my art journal comes to life. Mixed media mayhem. For my journal spread, I'm using these gelatos to help merge things together while fanning out color. I'll apply them straight up on my page and keep things loose, so in big blocks of color and messy marks. Then I'll smudge it all over by just using my finger. Materials like these are really great for any kind of art journaling because it's gonna help keep things loose. And for me, that's what art journaling is all about. It's a no rules kind of art making where you can simply enjoy the process. As I mentioned earlier, these gelatos can be used both dry and wet. So let's get some water onto these pages. Up next, we've got a water brush, also from Faber-Castell. This water brush is truly ideal for mixed media. It's easy to fill with water, has sturdy bristles, and the cap is pretty cool too. Yes, I just said that a cap was cool. Not only does the cap fit nice and snug on top of the water brush, which I always like, but you can use it as a tool to push media or create extra texture in your work. So a gentle squeeze will get the water from the body to the bristles. And here I'm using the water brush to expand those gelatos into other blank areas of my spread. Remember, I'm keeping it loose and a little abstract, so I'm really pushing this media around. Once you've really soaked up an area, you can even use a straw to blow some of your color across the page. And don't forget about that cool cap, which I'll use to create some extra lines and textures. Now that I've thoroughly played with the gelatos and water brush, I'm gonna add a bit more color and pizzazz to my background. For this, I'm grabbing our next item, the Marabou Mixed Media Art Spray. And you guys, these are so fun. This is an acrylic spray that is waterproof once fully dry. So yet again, ArtSnacks is giving you a medium that is ideal for mixed media. And like your gelatos, there's a ton of ways to use these. For my abstract spread, I'll first spray it straight on. It's also fun to spray and use something to block out space, like the cardboard lid of your ArtSnacks box. You can even blot some of it up with a paper towel to add more texture. And yes, this spray will work great with your water brush before it dries. With some layers and color down, I'm now reaching for that tone paper and photograph I had put to the side earlier. My pages are nice and dry, and I can now adhere these down to my page. With a focal point established, I'll even add a bit more of the gelatos using the water brush and some wax paper. Now comes my favorite part in art journaling, and that's adding in all the details. For this, I'm grabbing our last item in this month's box, the Chart Pack Spectra AD marker. This alcohol marker has got a comfy body and is double-sided. You've got a chisel nib on one side and a great brush tip on the other. With these two tips, you can really produce a wide range of lines. Back on my art journal spread, I'm using the chisel tip to pack in some doodles. I'll then switch to the brush tip to add in some lines and alter the photograph. If you couldn't tell already, once I start doodling on top of a background, it's very hard for me to stop. To finish up this spread, I'll add a bit more ephemera, including more of our toned paper, give my pages another spray or two of color, and a bit more doodles all over. And there you have it, guys, the May ArtSnacks box. Packed full of mixed media mayhem. Mayhem! If you're new to ArtSnacks and want to start getting your monthly supplies, I will put a link in the description box below where you can sign up. Of course, while you're here, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe for future box breakdowns, join us for free over on Mix, and follow ArtSnacks on social media. This has been another ArtSnacks box breakdown, and I'll see you all next month. And you don't want to miss it. Bye!